Hey everyone, this video is going to teach you how to save money if you're not good at saving money on your own. I used a bank account through Capital One called Capital One 360. It is a virtual banking account. Unless you live in New York, New Jersey, northern states, I'm not exactly sure how many, but you will not have access to go into a branch. So you have to still have an external bank account. So when you have virtual banking, it's all online. When you have an external account, linked to that is the bank that you have locally that you can actually walk into, and you will need that to have a Capital One 360 account. So this is how Capital One 360 works. You have your external account, and then you have your Capital One 360 account. With your Capital One 360 account, you're going to have your checking account and you're going to have a savings account. Underneath your savings account, you can make 32, I believe it's 32 sub accounts under that. So what that means is you're going to take 32 up to different accounts and make them separate. So what I did with mine is, for instance, I took like my mortgage, my electric, my water, my car payment, insurance, Christmas, holiday, whatever you celebrate, vacation, and then one said do not touch. Here's a visual where you start with your external account and then you get your savings and checking through Capital One 360. Under your savings, you make all the sub accounts and you can make as many as you need. I really like this bank because they also offer in their savings account, the interest rate fluctuates from 1% to 1.5%, and that's very big compared to most banks offer 0.01%. Also, if you have kids, they'll give you free bank accounts for your children, and if they're teenagers, you can get free debit cards, and it's very easy to manage them through the app. The app from them is amazing. Now that you've made your account at Capital One 360 with all your different sub accounts, you take your bills for the month and you write them down. So you're going to say, I owe $1,000 a month for my rent or my mortgage. So what you're going to do from there is you're going to set up automatic withdrawals from your external account. So if you have Chase Bank or Bank of America, you link that with your Capital One 360. So now, every time you get a paycheck, whether it's weekly or bi-weekly, you are going to set your dates up to be drafted. Here's something that might help because it's visual. At the top, it's monthly bills and other savings goals, and I just made these numbers up. So you have weekly pay and bi-weekly pay. And the weekly pay, you're going to divide by 4 because we're going monthly. And bi-weekly, you'll divide by 2. I did a little bit of math just to show you. So if you have the mortgage is $1,000, you divide it by 4, it's $250. So every Friday, you're going to want to take $250 from your external account and transfer it to the Capital One sub account of the mortgage, and so on and so forth. So you'll see that this person has $500 left over at the end of the month. They have to spend for food and gas and other things. If they decide they want to save more, now they know that they can because they have $500 to budget. So at this point, you're going to have all your money put away in the accounts. When the bills are due, I always just used to put an alert in my phone to say your bill's due in 2 days. I would go into the app and in 2 seconds, you switch the money from your savings to your checking. And I had all my bills automatically drafting out of my Capital One 360 checking. Once you have your external account with the remainder of the money after you've taken out for all your monthly bills, you'll see how much you have left over. And that will give you a better idea of maybe you can eat out less. Maybe you'll need to get a second job. Maybe you'll need to cut back on phone bills or cable, something to make it easier for you to save more money. Or maybe you'll have extra money that you realize you can put away because you're wasting money on things that you really don't need. I'm going to throw a link in the comments for Capital One 360. If you want to get the account, you can get it and play around with it. And if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments. I'm going to try to maybe make some pictures to put in this. So I don't know if it's going to turn out okay. But my next video is going to be on credit. Credit cards, actually. Credit cards are bomb. If you know how to use them, they are amazing. My friends think I'm crazy, but I'm not even going to lie and exaggerate when I tell you I am the queen of credit cards. I have this many credit cards. Okay, these are all credit cards and I don't have a balance on any of them. So I'm going to teach you about that and how to use them to your advantage, not to the credit card company's advantage. And that'll be super fun because credit cards are awesome.